Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for May. I hope you're doing well. I would like to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Aries out there, so take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Also keep in mind that the energies can reverse. As always, Aries, please don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aries? Aries. All right, Aries. You are starting out with the Queen of Cups. You have the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Some kind of a cycle is getting close to an ending here. It does look like a cycle in love. I do like that you have this very loving, open-hearted energy. I do like that about you, and I do feel like at some point you kind of buried your feelings, but I feel like you're a little bit more open now. That being said, I also feel like you're kind of tired. Somebody has worn you down, and it does look like it is with regard to feelings and emotions. There's a lot of anxiety here. It's fatigue. It's like, you know, waiting for something to end. I feel like there's been some sleepless nights. So, you know, let's see who's in your energy. Show me who's in Aries energy. I mean, I like how you're coming out, though. You're coming out as just being open-hearted and loving, very nurturing, and also very perceptive. The Queen of Cups is very perceptive. Now, the person in your energy has the Six of Swords in the reverse. We have the Five of Cups reversed and the Ace of Cups. So this is somebody who has not moved on from you. They are currently going through some sort of chaos in their life. They definitely have some regrets, and I do feel like at some point this person may have moved away from this connection or tried to. But they are opening up more and more to this connection. I feel like this person's learned some lessons here. And I will tell you, they do want a beginning with you. If it's now this could be somebody who's experienced these lessons in another connection and they haven't been able to quite move on. We'll clarify to see. But regardless, what I'm seeing, if it's someone from your past, they want a new beginning. If it's somebody else, you know, they definitely want love with you. So let's see the energy between Aries and this person. Yeah, it's somebody who has gone through some hard times. There's still some chaos in their life, but I feel like they've learned a lot from the experience. Oh, Ten of Swords, yeah, the painful ending, and the Page of Cups. So this could be somebody new. If this is somebody new, they just know that they're going through a painful ending here, and they're not out of that, you know, feeling of betrayal, feeling of pain. If this is the person from the past, I feel like you feel they owe you an apology. Yeah. It does look like a lot of you have someone new in your life, though, regardless. So show me the what's affecting this connection. The Tower. There was a Tower moment between the two of you. Something got burnt to the ground here. But there is, if you're willing, and they're willing, and I feel like they are, I do feel that there's an ability to bring that back up, to you know, rebuild it on a solid foundation. I do feel like you have feelings and love for this person. So let me see your outcome. But they put you through the ringer, it looks like. And I think they regret it at this point. Show me the outcome for Aries. Justice. You're getting justice. Yeah. You're getting justice in the situation. Everything's going to balance out. And I'm just feeling like, you know, at that point, all this anxiety that you've been going through is going to also balance out. So, bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess in the reverse. Underlying energy. Now, you could be dealing with the Scorpio, but as an underlying energy, this is indicating to me that, you know, some sort of secret has come out. Something has surfaced. Something that, because the High Priestess is a keeper of secrets. It also tells me that you need to trust your intuition a little bit more, and that may help with this anxiety. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Queen of Cups here for Aries? All right, we have Judgment in reverse. You have the Ten of Coins in the reverse. So you definitely feel like there has been an extremely big loss here between you and this person. There's a sense here of family could have been involved, either yours or theirs. And that may have caused, you know, somebody to make a poor judgment call. So be careful with that. You never want to give control of yourself or your relationships, your emotions to anybody. No tarot reader, not family. You want to be able to sit back and make clear, you know, decisions. I also feel like if this is somebody from your past, you may feel this person owes you an apology. Regardless, I feel like, now for some of you, this is a new person. But you've also experienced loss. So something that was long-term for a lot of you has ended. And I do feel like, you know, it was a final judgment call on whatever that is. And now you've met somebody new. So take it as it resonates for you. I definitely see two timelines. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Why is the Nine of Wands here for Aries? Oh, there's those secrets, the Moon. Yeah, you're over the secrets. Nine of Wands in the reverse. So, you know, something here was kept secret. That's what caused the Tower moment here in your energy. And whatever it is wore you out, but you're overcoming this. Your Nine of Wands is now turning in the reverse. It's a reversal of the energy. So we see that something came out, something that had been hidden. I do feel like you've experienced a loss, a deep loss, and it may have even affected you financially, but you're overcoming. You're definitely overcoming this. So let me see why the Nine of Swords is here. Now, for some of you, this Justice card could indicate that there's legal actions taking place. Yeah, Ten of Wands reversed. And the Four of Cups. So whatever caused you so much anxiety, and it looks like it was secrets or things that were hidden, you're overcoming it, and you're increasingly overcoming it. I do feel like for some of you, there is something to do with courts, but regardless, as the week moves on, Aries, your Nine of Wands reversed, Ten of Wands reversed, you are rapidly overcoming something here. And I do feel like you are taking the lessons that you've learned from the past. Yeah. So let me look at this person's energy and see if we can figure them out. Why is the Six of Swords in the reverse? All right, we have the Strength card reversed. We have the Three of Swords reversed. All right, so for those of you that this is somebody from your past, this person could have had addictions of some sort. Now, that could be anything, but they have like an addictive personality. This is somebody who definitely does need to work on themselves. I do feel like for some of you, there was a third-party situation, and this person is now stuck in that chaos. They would have been the one who betrayed you. It caused a painful ending. For those of you that this is a new person, this is somebody who fears being betrayed. They fear that because they went through something very painful, something extremely chaotic, and they're healing from that now. And there's a deep fear that you're going to, and it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of their past. Okay, because I feel like for those of you that this is someone new, you're approaching it in a fresh energy, a very fresh energy. So it's not anything you have said or done. It's the fact that they have gone through something. And I feel like a lot of you guys can kind of understand some of that. So let's see, why is the Five of Cups in reverse for the person in Aries energy? Two of Cups, the Death card in reverse. So for those of you that you're on that timeline, this is a past person. This person feels like there's unfinished business here. They feel like you are their soulmate, and they feel like, you know, they have regrets for things that they have done here. They're still emotionally attached, even though they literally caused the tower moment between the two of you. Now, for those of you that this is a new person, they are definitely eyeing you. They will be reaching out to you if they haven't already, but they do still have some unfinished business related to the experiences that they had in the past. It does look more emotional, though. It does look emotional. And here's the thing, is that you've both, for those of you that this is a new person, you've both gone through something. I feel like whatever you went through just drug on. It drug on, it wore you down, and now it's finally, you know, reaching a point where you're almost at the end of that. But this person in your energy, I feel like the pain is far fresher, and I feel like they had this tower moment where something collapsed in their life, and I do feel like it's not completely over, but it's more on the emotional level from what I can see. I do see the sign of Gemini, Leo, or Scorpio here. Let me see why this Ace of Cups is here. Also, Libra is here. I'm getting some strong Scorpio energy, though. Okay, so Page of Swords reversed, and the Queen of Wands. They are powerfully attracted to you. Yeah, they are very powerfully attracted to you. I do feel that this is somebody who you kind of have brought, if it's a new person, you've brought light into their life. They're getting their passion back. You know, they're moving out of that fear state, and they're definitely attracted, but they don't know if you are, is the thing. They're focused on you. They don't know if you want this connection. So, you know, there's maybe some mixed messages, or they feel that there are. I'm not saying you are, but they don't know if you want the same thing that they do. If this is the person from the past, you better believe this person is still focused on you. But this is somebody, you know, because they feel like you're their soulmate. They're unwilling to let you go, and they want to begin a new beginning with you. But I also feel like there's things that they're still not telling you. There's things that they're still not being on the up and up about. So let's look at the energy between you and this person. Show me the energy between Aries and this person. Now, for some of you, you have both of these situations going on at the same time. You may have met somebody new, and at the same time, there's this energy from somebody that there's been an ending. Okay, so you're showing up as single and independent. We have the Nine of Coins. We have the Page of Cups. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So if it's somebody from your past and you're expecting an apology, you're going to get it. This person is going to apologize to you. Because they're wanting to resolve this, and they are deep in some sort of chaos that they started. They want to talk to you. They want to talk to you about what they did, the betrayal, you know, that they basically hurt themselves. They're kind of afraid of you, though, Aries. So I don't know, you may come across as being very fierce to them. Now, you are doing well. I do feel like for some of you, there's been some financial loss, but you are standing on your own 2 feet. And anything you've lost is coming back to you. And I do feel like it's actually, you're more spiritual in your nature now than you perhaps were in the past. I'm also feeling like you're just very strong and independent. The Nine of Coins is the Empress and the lower arcana. So you're ascending in some manner here. You will get the apology from this past person. Now, if this is somebody new, I would suspect that you have just recently met this person, and I do feel like you're very focused on them. You're looking at this as a new beginning, a fresh start. And this person is going to provide you the clarity that they need. They're going to, or that you need. There's something about them being stuck in a situation that they haven't quite been able to resolve, but it does actually appear to be more emotional. This person was betrayed. They went through a painful ending. It looks like there could have been third-party energy, and they're just afraid of being betrayed again. And I do feel like, you know, they're going to provide you clarity and truth. I feel like they're going to be very forthcoming about their feelings with you. They are definitely interested in you. You are definitely interested in them. So let's see why the Tower is here. Okay, the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So the Tower, for those of you in the past, was caused, or dealing with someone from your past, was caused by secrets. We see that. We see that in the underlying energy. Those same secrets that this person was keeping came out. They were revealed. And now, you know, now this person is having to deal with the Tower moment that they caused. They are regretful because they actually do have feelings for you. But I feel like this person, they caused this mess, and you're not open to them. You no longer want anything from them, you know, because of all those secrets. This person, I feel like this went on for a very long time, and I feel like you are just over it. So, you know, you've gone through this Tower moment. Those of you that's dealing with somebody new, I feel like you've gone through a Tower moment as well. It did have to do with secrets, same as, you know, in the other scenario, somebody who was keeping secrets from you. And I do feel like you have individually gone through a Tower moment. This person in your energy has gone through a Tower moment as well. And there's something about it that's still unresolved. And I keep saying that, but it's true. This person is developing feelings for you. I do feel like they're going to reach out to you. They're going to let you know that they're very interested. And then from that very interested, it's going to develop a little bit deeper. This is what's bringing up their fears that maybe the same thing could happen. You see, they're looking at you as being very mysterious. They're looking at you as being somebody who, some of you could be tarot readers, but they're looking at you as being, you know, somebody mysterious to them. So it's not, and they're very interested. The new person, they're very interested. And so it's naturally bringing up those fears because they just don't want to get hurt again. And they're afraid you're going to turn them down. They don't know. All right, so let's look at your outcome. Show me the outcome for Aries and this person. All right. Knight of Pentacles, Three of Cups reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed. So those of you who are dealing with someone from your past, I do feel that, you know, it's a distasteful experience for you. I feel like you are ignoring this person and you are slowly moving forward. You're definitely, you know, resolving all the issues. I feel like there were a lot of problems in that connection. And I feel like you have learned from it, and you now just want to slowly move forward into something that is more stable. And I feel like you find this whole thing distasteful. For some of you, there is legal action that is taking place here, and I do feel like it's not completely resolved yet. But balance is coming in, and you are getting justice in the situation. Even if there's not a legal issue going on, you're getting justice. You're getting justice on an emotional level. I feel like you're just ignoring that past person and moving on. You find the whole thing distasteful. And for the person that's in the past here, this is somebody who, you know, they want a new beginning with you, but they have absolutely nothing to offer. And I would also be very careful that past person is not trying to, you know, re-up this connection for financial reasons as well. I would be very careful with that. There's still something here that they're not telling you. They're not being honest about. I feel like there's a history of them being unfaithful to the connection. And they're just really unhappy because now they're getting karma in some manner. Yeah, they're getting karma in some manner. The new person, for those of you on that timeline, that new person that is in your life, like I said, they don't know if you want the same things that they do. They could just recently have gotten a divorce, or they're in the process of it. But keep in mind for you guys that this is a new person, that they have experienced a deep loss, and it's almost like you're a breath of fresh air, because they've been very unhappy, and now you coming in is that breath of fresh air that kind of, you know, helps them to balance out things, helps them to release and let go of all that stuck energy. And I do feel like this is somebody who is very focused on you. They just don't know if you want the same things. All right. So bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups in the reverse, which Spirit is very clever with that, because as an underlying energy, it does indicate that for some of you, there is something definitely that is ending here with regard to love. It's ending because secrets came out. And for those of you that there is this new person, this Ace of Cups is not coming in. They want it, but I feel like you're moving very slow. You're not going to jump into anything. So there's an Ace of Cups that's trying to come in. And I feel like, you know, you are being careful because you have learned your lessons from the past. And I'm not sure you quite recognize exactly what it is that they're offering you. Or it could also be that you're just not quite ready to receive it. But it is trying to come in. So trust your intuition. I think that's the key for you. All right, so I'm going to pull an oracle card, Aries. Pulling for Aries. Either way, I think this is a pretty good reading. It's obvious that you guys have gone through some stuff here, but it does seem like you're doing well. I like that you have the Nine of Pentacles, strong and independent, you know, working on your money. And I also like that you are moving forward, even if it's a little bit slow. All right, so you have number 34. It says, time to come home. It's the goddess of the sea, and it's about abundance, purification, and ego. So hold on a second and let me read that for you. All right, your affirmation is, I am coming home to where my soul calls me. The fisherman has been on a long and challenging journey. He has been casting his net for fish, but the fish do not come. His soul is starving, and he longs for more. Suddenly, he sees a shining light in the distance, a soft purple glow that he decides to follow. He is led to the goddess of the sea, her ruling element being the forces of water. Her purpose is to help us remember where the real treasures are. Now remember, guys, water in tarot is always about emotions. Okay? She can show you what it is you need, not just what you want. And if you're willing to know, she can show you what is soul versus ego. She takes you beyond your false needs and false self. She shows you a world of true spiritual abundance. The fisherman symbolizes the ego and its endless desire and hunger for more. Yet he is searching in the wrong places, and it's never enough. He plunders the sea and gets lost in its vast expanses. After all, his searching for more, he has never felt less, small, insignificant, and empty, even though an abundant sea lies beneath him and all around him. The goddess of the sea dissolves everything that is not true or rooted in soul. And this can be painful, as we all have our vices. She is powerful and represents the endless abundance of water, its purification power, and the cleansing it can bring. Ooh, that's pretty powerful, guys. All right, I do hope that this has been helpful for you, Aries. If you've resonated with this, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, I will see you in your next reading. Namaste.